Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense will go on the attack first. It was the farewell game for an Ole Miss great, Jackson Dart, in last season's Egg Bowl, down 14-10 early. But the old bullies just couldn't hang on to the ball, and turnovers killed them.
Yeah, Mississippi State had 3 turnovers. And when you lose the turnover battle 3-0, you're not going to win very many football games. The Egg Bowl is always fun. Jesse, we've called a bunch of these games. The hatred is real. The rivalry is real. So this will be a fun game to watch.
Yeah, oftentimes it's a game that's played before the weekend, like on Thursday or Friday night, so it really sets the tone. This is the amuse-bouche, you might say, for rivalry weekend. Mississippi State started fast in that game last year, David. 14 points in the first quarter. They just didn't score again. Ole Miss got the win. It wasn't enough to get them in the college football playoff, but I'm expecting fireworks in this one.
The give is to Taylor. Got the first down. Looking for more. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. The most mind-boggling stat from last season is that Ole Miss trailed for a grand total of 2 minutes all year long and somehow lost 3 games and missed the playoff.
Yeah, it was incredible, but it was a great year. You saw the line of scrimmages for Ole Miss really take over. Offense and defensive lines, that was the strength of their team. It allowed them to thrive, to win more games, to be more dominant. Palmer reloading a lot of guys in those new spots.
Including a quarterback. No more Jackson Dart. Obviously, he was a huge part of their success. Last several years, really, we always expect Lane Kiffin to find a good one, but this year that position's got to play well.
Looking to throw at Simmons. Grab near the marker. It's dribbling. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off. And even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him somewhere.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
And the Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. You know, you think back on the Jackson Dart era at Ole Miss, the best 3-year run in more than 50 years. Now Austin Simmons steps in, full of potential, Jesse, to lead the Rebels to further glory.
Yeah, quarterbacks have played so well under Lane Kiffin in recent years. You can even go ahead of Jackson Dart back to Matt Corral and what he was doing in that offense. So now the lefty takes over. This dude's got a lot of talent. He can make every single throw on the field. Lane Kiffin's playbook is completely at this guy's disposal, and because of that, you know there are going to be a lot of big plays for the Rebels.
Going to swing it on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Wallace. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
To the air, it's Simmons. Bought a little time, lets it go. Good timing on the quick out. Picks up enough to get them first and 10 from the 11. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open. Who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
To the ground with the back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Power football with the run. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
To the ground to try to move the chains. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Mississippi State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways. And Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking for a man. It's Chapin. Got it in the middle. It's Thompson. Oh, a lot of space. He's at the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Now sliding to his left. He'll pull it down and run. Quarterback got it himself. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Taylor. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And how good is it for a quarterback to have a running back he not only can just dump it off to, but can actually be dangerous as a receiver?
Agreed, Reese. It's not just checkdowns or screens or swing routes or flat routes. This guy can get vertical, and he can all of a sudden start stressing defenses in the second level. What a weapon it is to have this guy in your backfield.
Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a fourth down.
And that's why that guy plays DB and not wide receiver. DBs generally don't have as good of hands as wide receivers. That ball should have been picked off on third down. Come on, man. That could have been a pick six.
This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Mississippi State right back to the line. Looking for a man. It's Chapin. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So the first play of the drive starting here from the 45. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Starting to feel a little pressure. Pulls it in. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Taylor has it. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
They'll run play action. Might be looking to run. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Smashes through the tackle. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And the Rebels look to keep this drive humming. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They'll try it again from the one on second and goal. Off the play fake. And they knock him down in the backfield. Outstanding play by the defense. You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been denied. Here's third and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Fourth and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. Wants to throw. It's Simmons. Skips away from pressure. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And the defense was so close. They had done such a good job up to that point, setting up a fourth down. It looked like they had the QB corralled, but they let him escape. That is going to be a coaching moment for them moving forward.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That drive covered 55 yards for the score and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. A strike downfield. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Traore. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they'll decline the pass interference penalty, and the results of the play will stand. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Williams. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Back to throw, it's Chapin. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Caught over the middle. It's Traore. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the 1st down at the 41. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man out of the backfield. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Off play action. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. You got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Catch in the middle, it's Mosley. He picks up the 1st down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender. Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. And back to the air on 2nd down. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And that'll tie things up as we head toward halftime. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, so much to break down from a spirited start to this Egg Bowl between Ole Miss and Mississippi State. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. Two teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable 1st half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Mississippi State and Ole Miss plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Rebels will boot it away to start the second half. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Scanning the field, it's Shapen. He's got him. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Bulldogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the gun, the ground game. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Mississippi State going up tempo.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Second down, they'll go to the air. With the catch, it's Williams. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. To throw for it. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Looking to throw on first down. Got the quick pass. Got some room and into the goal line. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And that one will put them up here in the second half.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3's coming soon.
He'll bring it out. It's Ray. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Back to pass, it's Simmons. Floating away. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And the Rebels with the 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. Buys a little time. Got out of trouble and throws. The short hands, it's Diggs. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of first downs, now out close to midfield. Right down the middle. It's complete. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Simmons. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st. Second down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24. The give on the option. Steamrolls his way ahead. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Rebels kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. He'll ride his man on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's high. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. And the Rebels get enough to move the chains. They've been great on 3rd down. Now to finish the deal on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rebels! They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
It took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. To the air, it's Chapin. Snags it over the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Mississippi State right back to the line. He'll keep it himself. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Glover. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. He'll pull it on the read. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's dribbling. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Back to pass. It's Simmons. Fires to the big fella. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the third quarter. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Looking downfield on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw it. Finds his man. It's dribbling. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Rebels in a good spot here with second and short. The give is to Taylor. Nice move to keep running. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Rebels pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. From the red zone, looking for a man. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that.
Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. They'll try to tack one more on their score. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. It's a seam wide open. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Mississippi State going up tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Pulls it in. It's Williams. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Touchdown, Bulldogs! He got loose, and it was lights out after that. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the fourth. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Following Ole Miss' 1926 victory in Starkville, a melee between the fans ensued. Imagine that in this rivalry. So the two sides got together and said, what we need is a trophy to calm the passions of each side, and they settled on the Golden Egg. Thus, the Egg Bowl was born.
Yeah, what calms everybody down more than a golden egg? I mean, just the perfect recipe. We have all been in the booth calling these games. Jesse, we know the adrenaline, the emotion that goes into this football game.
Yeah, they do not like each other. There's no question. And the funny thing is that's actually a golden football. Back in the 1920s, I guess the football looked a little bit more like an egg. It was a bit fatter, looked more like a rugby ball. So everybody calls it the golden egg now. It's a beautiful trophy. Sometimes Mississippi State's helmets resemble the trophy. This is a game we love watching.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Wide open downfield. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. And the Rebels have their offense in high gear. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Bringing the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Simmons. Quarterback now breaking the field. Plenty of time as he fires it to the right. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
When you're a quarterback and you throw a comeback route, you really trust your wide receiver, and he's going to do what he's supposed to do. Obviously, all the way out towards the sideline, making it look like he's running way down the field. Nice connection between quarterback and wide receiver.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They're going to run it. And he'll be stopped for no gain. Still sitting at the 3-yard line.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it. But the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop. And now you set up 3rd down. And this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Unleashes to the end zone. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. Tie game, 4th quarter, you get it in the red zone, and then to have a mistake like that is devastating.
Oh, this quarterback is the leader of this team. He's expected to make better decisions than that. You just can...
Going the other way, and he's got room. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from this. That goalpost and pick up a 1st down at the 23. To throw, it's Shapen. Using the quick game.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Lost to throw again. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He's got it at the 15. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Well, I know that's not exactly how the offensive coordinator drew that one up, guys, but how about Johnny on the spot doing a great job concentrating? The ball gets deflected, but he's somehow able to reel that thing in, come up with a big play for his offense.
And as time is dwindling away in this one, the offense is set up. First and goal, a great opportunity to get the go-ahead score. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. Can the defense stop him again on second and goal? The give to the back. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Picked off. What a play to set him up. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. The Bulldogs had their day as they take down the Rebels and pirate that Egg Bowl trophy and take it right back to Stark Vegas. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If You can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks. Mississippi State about to boot it away as we start the festivities. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So Oregon's offense will take the field first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Makes the catch. It's Moore. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Moore will throw. Buying some time. Throws to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Makes the catch. It's Garcia. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And he dropped it, just didn't put the thing all the way in.
Come on, receiver. You can make that play. You do it all the time in practice. Don't come out here on game day and start getting big eyes under the big lights. You got to make that catch.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 4th down, looking to pass. He'll get rid of it. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Touchdown, Oregon! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Mississippi State's offense will go to work for the first time today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the thing. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well. They
ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Running wide open down the gut of the field. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. That celebration turned sour. after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. Offense gets set for second down. Looking for space. It's Booth. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got his man downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one. The tackle is finally made.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Finds his man. It's Thompson. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Dropping back, it's Chapin. Catch in the middle. It's he almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be fourth down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll bring him to within 4.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On fourth and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. First play of the drive wants to throw. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on... It's great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. Moore to the air. Fires to the right. And they can't make the play on third down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow. Allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Handoff from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Mississippi State right back to the line.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a...
There he goes! Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. And the Bulldogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Off-play action on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And, man, it's nice to have an offense that can strike immediately. They can put fear in defenses, make big plays, and you see it, man. They can add to the lead. They can build a lead quickly because they have this ability to put... on the board quickly.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves in for that last drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. First play of the period, first down here. On the ground, it's Hughes. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. And the Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Now the play fake. Still looking, on the move. Rolling right and going deep. Pulls it in down the sideline. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. A big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Or will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Moore will throw. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The Ducks have this offense rolling. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Garcia. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Second down coming up. They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking to scramble. He'll wide open spaces. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. With the run on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Hughes. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You've got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're good.
And he runs it in for the score.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Chapin. They're working that left side. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. The Bulldogs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Creates a little space. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Traore. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48. Wants to throw again. Grabbed in the middle. It's Williams. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Traore. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this third and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They'll send out the kicker here. Dead center perfect. It's now a one-point game, 14-13.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Quarterback moving. On the run, fires downfield. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. Backed up now, here's second and long. Moore to the air. Flips it out on the screen. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. You know what they need. You know what they want. And you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. And they won't make the connection. Looking to make a big play there. And the Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Thompson. Turning it on. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Lost a throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a single. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Starkville. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Davis-Wade Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Shapen. Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Bulldogs want to crank the tempo.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Yeah, and the quarterback was looking for the big fella. And I tell you what, you throw these routes to big tight ends, it usually ends well, but it was really, really good coverage, breaking on that corner route and getting the ball to the ground.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Here's a heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The pocket broke down. The quarterback had to take the sack.
Really.
You're running stunts here. Well, I tried to anyway. Ooh, go the other way. Back door. Ooh, there you go.
By this pass rush, Reese, just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
They boot it away. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Keeps looking downfield. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up 3. It's 3rd and 7. Trying to pick up a first down. Moore will throw. Looking to scramble. Going to try to get it himself. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And the Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun to give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Touchdown, Oregon! They'll try to add another to their lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running back searching for a hole. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. The Bulldogs want to move quickly.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Looking to throw, it's Shapen. Makes the grab, it's Booth. Smashes through the tackle. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll move the tight end. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. It'll be 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. Sets up the screen. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Nice execution by the offense on 3rd down, understanding what they had to do to get the first down. Pass complete, move the...
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They opt to go for 2 to try to tie it up right now. They're going to run it. He's not going to make it, and he couldn't get there to tie the game. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone, it's Whittington. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Moore to the air. Throws to the tight end. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The defenses are terrified of giving up that big play. I like the offense taking a shot down the field, showing the defense like, listen, hey, you're going to have to guard this. You better start being worried about the deep ball. Now maybe I can take some shots underneath, and it might loosen that secondary up a bit.
The give to the back. They almost got a first down there. Stopped the yard short. It'll be 3rd down. The Ducks will hustle to the line. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Motion from the back. Looking downfield on first down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Leaves it with the back. Lots of running room. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping ends in the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. The Ducks will keep this drive going.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ballgame. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
Unloads to the right. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Nice move to pick up yardage. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. The play-action fake. Here's the pressure. Just trying to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. The Ducks will move the sticks.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
Going for 6. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He'll throw it. This time it's complete, and he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Well, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Looks as if they're going to pass on a chance to take the lead with the field goal and go for it on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. They stop it short, and now they'll get the ball back here in the 4th quarter. The Bulldogs buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. Plows through the defense. Finds a little bit of room as he'll get 2 out to the 6. Mississippi State going up tempo. Gives it on the option. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Ducks. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the fourth. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. And the Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, it's Shapen. Complete to the left. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. To the air on 1st down. Dumps it off in the flats. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll pull them back to within 6. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
And with that kick, man, we got a 1-possession game. Here's the good thing. Good news is you got all 3 timeouts. So you can kick this football deep, use your timeouts, save as much time as you can to give your offense a chance to go win this football game.
Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Moore will throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab, it's Casper. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The give and tick, 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 tick. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on 3rd down with the lead late. If you get the 1st down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Hughes. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in this situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. He's not quite going to make it to the sticks. It'll be fourth down from the 36. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. Going for the marker on the ground. He's not going to get there, and they'll have to give up the football. Got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Fires to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Dropping back, it's Shapen. He's taking the deep shot. The ball hits the ground, and this thing is over. An absolutely heartbreaking loss. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.